Okay, imagine this for a second. You've got this public figure, right? Someone known for being in these really intense, often pretty chaotic relationships, all playing out on screen.
Yeah, totally visible.
Exactly. And then suddenly, after this huge, messy public meltdown, they just disappear.
Yeah.
Vanish from the spotlight.
Poof, gone.
Right. But then, kind of out of nowhere, they reappear. Totally different vibe. Reinvented, quiet, looking happy, maybe even secretly in love with someone completely new.
It makes you ask, how does someone even do that? Especially after all that chaos seemed, well, almost designed for everyone to watch.
It's a fascinating transformation, really, and that's what we're diving into today, Ally Lewber. Many of you will know her from Vanderpump Rules.
And specifically, her relationship with James Kennedy, which was, let's be honest, highly visible, super passionate, but ultimately, yeah, messy is the word.
And then things just completely blew up. Early 2024, James Kennedy gets arrested. A domestic violence incident. It just rocked everything for Ally, for the fans watching.
A huge shock.
And right after that, Ally just seemed to vanish. Like, total silence on social media, everything. It left everyone asking, what happened? Where did she even go?
Exactly. And that silence just fueled the curiosity, didn't it?
Totally. But here's the twist, the really unexpected part. She's back, but not in some big dramatic reality TV comeback.
No, it's different. She's quiet, seems genuinely happier, and she's connected to this mystery guy who's completely outside that whole TV world.
Yeah, and what we've gathered suggests the story behind this comeback, this reinvention.
Yeah.
It's way deeper, more complex, and honestly more unexpected than anyone probably imagined.
So that's our mission for this deep dive. We're going to unpack what we can find, look at the sources, and explore Ally Lewber's journey. This quiet resilience, this reinvention.
Right, how she moved from what really sounds like a toxic situation to, well, what sources are calling the healthiest connection she's ever had, and maybe what that tells us about personal transformation in general. Let's get into it.
Okay, so first off, that public relationship on Vanderpump Rules, it was always portrayed as super passionate, right? Intense.
Oh, absolutely. That was the brand.
But even then, fans, the really observant ones, started noticing little cracks. It wasn't like huge fights at first, more subtle stuff.
Like what specifically?
Well, maybe missed appearances together, some awkward exchanges on camera, just a vibe shift,
Yeah, those little signs. And you've hit on something important, though, that those weren't just random awkward moments, were they?
No, seems like they were early warnings.
Our research suggests those subtle cracks were really the beginning of something darker, slower, that kind of built up over time.
And eventually led to that huge public incident, the arrest, in early 2024.
Which wasn't just a personal crisis, it seems. It was like the final definitive breaking point. Sources say the relationship had already crossed that line, from passionate to actually toxic.
And Ally's reaction, initially, just silence, profound silence.
No statements, no Instagram posts, nothing.
It's just quiet. Which, of course, only made people more curious. Was she okay? Was it finally over? What was going on?
And then, eventually, the confirmation did come out. Ally Lewber was done. The relationship was finished.
Yeah. And reports from people close to her kind of suggested this wasn't sudden. It'd been building for a long time.
Right. That incident was just the final straw, the thing that made it impossible to ignore anymore.
Okay, but here's where the story really takes a turn nobody saw coming.
The speed of the recovery.
Exactly. Not just emotionally, it seems, but romantically, too. Within just a few months, like real fast.
Whispers started.
Yeah, whispers about a new guy.
And this is the fascinating part. He's described as completely outside the Vanderpump scene.
Totally. No reality TV connection, no seeking clout. Just apparently a real connection.
He's not famous, not an influencer, lives in a different state even. It adds this layer of mystery, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And think about how they met. This says a lot, I think.
Not at some LA party, right?
No way. They met through mutual friends, apparently at some quiet retreat, like a wellness event up in the Pacific Northwest.
Wow. Far away from the cameras and the drama.
Deliberately so, it seems. And apparently they hit it off right away.
But she was cautious. I mean, you would be.
Understandably, yeah. Reports say she was careful, didn't want to fall too fast after everything she'd just been through.
So what was it about him? What made him different?
The descriptions are interesting. Calm, grounded, no interest in fame.
Okay, that sounds like the polar opposite of her past situation.
Right, and maybe the most crucial thing, he respected her space, really gave her that room.
That alone is huge, especially after being in such a public, often intrusive dynamic.
Definitely. So that calm and grounded part, given her history, how significant is that, you think? It suggests she needed something fundamentally different, right?
It really points toward the kind of healing, doesn't it? Seeking out the opposite of the chaos.
And their relationship seems to have developed pretty naturally from there. Started with texting,
Then FaceTiming, visits.
yeah, flying back and forth. And now, sources say, it's official, a long-distance thing.
And the key quote that keeps popping up.
That line from people close to her, the healthiest connection she's ever had.
That's a powerful statement. It's just a real shift for her.
A fundamental shift, maybe, in what she looks for in a relationship.
Okay, so while Ally is quietly building this new life, what's happening with James Kennedy? Because the contrast is, well, it's stark.
It really is. He hasn't exactly been quiet, has he?
No. Reports mention not-so-subtle jabs online, cryptic captions.
Late-night rants, even some podcast comments that people felt were definitely aimed at Ally.
But here's the thing. If he was trying to get a reaction...
It haven't worked
Yeah.
at all. Ally hasn't responded. Not once. Not publicly.
Even when the tabloids tried to bait her.
Nope. Complete radio silence on that front. And you know, that non-response, it's become its own kind of power move, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has. It's like she's refusing to engage on those old terms.
Exactly. In a world that thrives on drama and clapbacks, her silence just starves it. It kind of dismantles the whole dynamic James might still be trying to operate in.
It shows that sometimes the strongest move is just not playing the game, protecting your peace.
Precisely. And maybe that's what's so noticeable. James still seems kind of caught up in the drama, publicly processing it.
While Ally is just glowing from a distance, literally and emotionally.
It's almost poetic, in a way. One person wrestling with the past, the other quietly reclaiming their future.
It's a masterclass in choosing your battles. Or maybe choosing not to fight the old ones anymore.
And it's clear this reinvention isn't just about her love life. It goes much deeper.
Right, her focus seems totally shifted. What's she been up to?
Well, we're seeing her at things like book signings, doing yoga retreats. She's collaborating with mental health organizations.
So really leaning into wellness and personal growth.
It seems like it. Not just participating, but really investing in it. A big change from being primarily known for relationship drama.
And there was that hint about her own wellness brand.
Yeah, something she's apparently dreamed about for years, but never really had the space or maybe the support to pursue.
Until now.
Exactly. And here's a really interesting detail from insiders. Apparently, the new boyfriend is a big part of that.
Encouraging her.
Yeah, actively encouraging her to follow her own path.
Yeah.
Reminding her she doesn't have to be just someone's partner on a reality show or part of someone else's story.
Wow. That kind of support.
Sources say that's something she didn't really have before. And that kind of validation, that belief in her as an individual, that can be incredibly healing and empowering.
It really highlights how rare it is to see someone, especially someone young and in the public eye, just completely rewrite their narrative like this.
It's true. Moving on from toxicity is one thing, but she's not just rebuilding. It feels like she's fundamentally reinventing herself.
It's not just new hobbies, is it? It feels like a conscious shift in values.
Definitely. Book signings, wellness, mental health advocacy. It suggests she's redefining her self-worth away from external validation or relationship status. That's a huge step towards real personal freedom.
So where does this leave things? Obviously, fans still have questions.
Oh, for sure. Will she ever go back to Vanderpump Rules?
Will this new relationship ever become public? What happens if James does try to stir things up again?
She's not giving answers on that stuff right now. And maybe that silence is the answer, in a way.
Because what she is doing seems pretty clear.
Right. The actions speak volumes. She's smiling more in photos. She's traveling. She's focused on herself.
And that quiet confidence, you can almost feel it. It's louder than any online fight could ever be.
Because it feels like, this time, Ally Lewber is really truly writing her own story. And she's not letting anyone else hold the pen.
So quite a journey we've looked at, from that very public chaos to this quiet, powerful reinvention.
It really is.
Yeah.
It speaks volumes about finding strength in silence sometimes, and the power of taking control of your own narrative, especially when everyone's watching.
Which brings us to a final thought, something for you, the listener, to maybe chew on.
Yeah. In a world that so often rewards the drama, the noise, the loud responses, what can we actually learn from someone who chooses quiet confidence instead?
Someone who focuses on building their own story rather than just reacting to someone else's noise. What's the power in that?